Yep, you read that right. I applied for 3 credit cards in the span of a week, and I didn't use a single technique to try to limit those hard inquiries. Nope, I got a hard inquiry for all 3 of the cards except for the Amex that I applied for. And it dropped my credit score 50 points. But in the game of credit cards, there's no gain without pain. And you're either paying those annual fees or you're spending money to get those sign up bonuses, or in my case, lowering your credit score. But we got a plan here. I don't make irrational decisions without a plan, and I don't think you do either. But in this video, I'm going to explain why I made this decision, and I think it's going to work out for me in the long run. So, first of all, I'd like to explain my credit card journey background. So, I started in 2019, and initially I was on Team Cashback. Back then, I was just getting out of college, didn't really make a ton of money just through internships and things like that. So I was mainly focused on getting as much cash back as possible. I wasn't really thinking about travel or anything yet. So I started out with these cash back cards. And through that, I was able to just get a lot of cash back, but I never really got a lot of value out of the cards besides that. I would just focus on whatever cards I get that could either give me a 0% APR for a year or something, or a good cashback sign up bonus, but wasn't really thinking about points. I randomly got I got the Chase Freedom Unlimited, sorry, and that was the first of my travel cards. But I kind of realized with that card that it wasn't really going to take me to the places, literally, that I wanted to go to. The travel portal is all you really get with that. There's no transfer partners. So I started to think about that a little bit, but I still wasn't getting the Sapphire Preferred. So then the next credit card I get is the Amex Platinum, which is really, that's the best travel card I've got, in my opinion. And I have a whole video reviewing my 1 year review of that card, and I'll post that in the description, but you should check that out. Anyways, I got that card mostly, to be honest, for the lounge access. And then the 5 times points on travel was really cool too. But that was really the first points card that I'd ever gotten. And then having that card, you start to realize, 1-time points on most purchases besides airlines isn't really going to be that efficient. So I had that thought coupled with the honeymoon that I'm trying to go on with my fiance soon. And it occurred to me that I should probably use the 150,000 point sign up bonus that I got with that card towards some kind of travel. But then you start looking, and you see all these hotels you'd like to stay at, and you start seeing the cents per point that you can get. And before long, you have this amazing trip that you've thought of, but you're going to need more points than just 150,000 most likely. So I started thinking, well, how can I get more points? I really like the Amex points game, but so I started looking around at the other cards there, and the card that made a lot of sense for me was the Amex Gold card. And I thought really hard about getting the $250 annual fee on top of the $695 fee that I already had for the Amex Platinum, but I got a 90K point sign up bonus with the gold card, so it really, really sounded good. So what I do next? I go and apply for the Amex Gold card using this 90K point sign up bonus, and being all excited about this new card. I'm about to get 4 times points on groceries and restaurants. I just blow through the application and completely miss the dreaded pop-up that tells you that if you've had the 150,000 point sign-up bonus with the Amex Platinum, you're going to be no longer eligible for the 90K sign-up bonus with the Amex Gold. So I missed that, press OK, and then sure enough, I find out that 90K point sign-up bonus that I thought I was going to get, I'm not getting, So I eventually ended up using my referral link, which was 20,000 points, to get my fiance to sign up for the gold card. So now as a couple, we have 2 Amex Gold cards. Whoop, don't need that. So hopefully after this year of having the Amex Gold card, I'll cancel mine and then just be an authorized user with her. But that was a big mistake. The credit card game is full of mistakes. Don't make that mistake because it's going to cost me $250 over a year for nothing. You want to get those sign up bonuses with these annual fee cards, that's for sure. So I was saying earlier that I had the Chase Freedom Unlimited, and that card was really good because when I signed up for it, I had the 0% APR for a year. And then I had the 1.5 point multiplier on top of the base 1.5 point multiplier for the first year. And when I opened that card, I was in the process of buying the engagement ring that I later used to propose to my fiance. And therefore, I used that card not only to get 3 times points on that engagement ring, but I was able to extend the payment without taking out like a loan or something, right? Using that 0% APR over the year. Now, I always buy things with my credit cards that I have the full cash amount to pay for. But if you're like me, cash is king. And I think it's a lot better to have the money in the bank, even if you have a balance on your credit card, as long as that balance is at 0% APR. So I did that. So 2 really cool things there. I got the sign up bonus with the point multiplier, and then I was able to kind of pay myself back over time with that 0% APR for a year. So long story short, I had a good bit of Chase points built into my purchase of the engagement ring using that Chase Freedom Unlimited card. But I had no way of getting that out to transfer partners. And that's what this is really all about, this travel game. You need to use your points for the transfer partners because that's where the real value is. So that ultimately led me to getting the Chase Sapphire Preferred. I already had the Amex Platinum, as I said, so it made no sense for me to get the Chase Sapphire Reserved. So the Chase Sapphire Preferred sounded good to me. $95 annual fee, not too bad. 2 times points on all travel, which is really nice because I don't really have like an in the middle card for travel. It's either 1 point or 5 points with airlines, but then what do I do with hotels and other things? So the Sapphire Preferred kind of covers that with that 2 points, 2 times points per spend on hotels and things like that. So that was good. And I maxed out my Chase 524 with that Chase Sapphire Preferred. So now I can't get another Chase card for probably the next year because of cards that I've had before. That's a different story. You can look up Chase 524. Long story short, it's just this rule they have that, well, it's an unspoken rule that if you apply to 5 or more cards within a 24-month period, they're automatically going to decline any applications you make to get a new Chase card. So I've heard there's ways to get around this, but look that up. Look that up on your own. That's not an issue. But then the next card I got, so the third card is the Bilt Mastercard. So I honestly hadn't really heard of this card before like a month ago. I was just browsing YouTube. It popped up. I'm a renter, so this sounded really good. Another 5 figures of points every year that I'm going to be able to get with the Bilt Mastercard now. So that sounded really good. And then I also got a welcome offer of 5 times everything for the first 5 days with the Bilt card too, which is really cool. They don't do like a sign up bonus, but whenever I applied for the card, I got on the mail and then they said I had 5 days that I get 5 times on everything. So I took advantage of that. I have a bunch of big expenses that I had to pay for because the wedding that I have coming up. So I was able to take full advantage of that 5 times points and was able to get like another 5 figures of points after that. So Yeah, so those are the three cards I got. I got the Amex Gold card, I got the Chase Sapphire Preferred, and the Bilt Mastercard. And with these three cards now onto my stack of the Amex Platinum and the Chase Freedom Unlimited, I should be able to get six figures of points every year with the amount that I spend normally. So that's going to be sick. I'm planning to do a lot of traveling in the next 5 years, and this is really going to help me. I'm going to do a video coming up kind of explaining like the full math breakdown of my spending and how these cards are going to get me to that six figures plus of points every year. And that should be pretty interesting. I'll work on that next. But I hope you enjoyed this video, just listening to my thoughts about why I made this crazy mistake that ended up lowering my credit score 50 points in the meantime. But hey, I think it's worth it. I have a pretty solid travel game stack in the credit card game. So that's worth it to me. And I'm going to be able to use this now and get a lot of value. So I hope you got some value from this video. Please like and subscribe if you did. And I'll see you in the next one. Cheers.